I got your letter. Yeah. It was unfortunate the way you worded it. Yeah. Why don't you read that to me now that I'm standing here?
Well, you read it.
Well, read it to me.
No.
Well, now that I'm standing here, read it to me.
You mean to the little camera thingy there?
Yeah. Yeah, read to the camera. Yeah. Everything is naked and openly exposed before Jehovah. What difference does it make?
So the only question is...
No, the only question is, are you prepared to read that to me with me standing here now?
Are you coming to me?
Which meeting? This meeting? I'm definitely coming to this meeting.
That's not the question. Are you coming to this meeting?
You know what? That's on Monday, and you know what? You didn't indicate a time on there. That was one thing you guys forgot to do. You were in such a hurry to get me into a 3-on-1 situation.
So
You couldn't 7:30 p.m.? Okay.
Sounds good.
What sounds good?
Are you coming to me on Monday?
The judicial hearing? What am I to expect in the judicial hearing?
Well, you have an opportunity to voice what your thoughts are, and we will do the same.
What else am I to expect?
That's it.
That I'll be just talking to you?
3 of us.
I'll be talking to 3 of you. Why can't you and I just talk?
It's not a judicial.
You wrote that letter. Oh, can I have that letter? It's the only copy I've got. For future reference, when you send someone a request to come to a judicial hearing, have you seen this letter? Were you there when you wrote it?
I haven't seen the letter.
Yeah.
So
Take a look.
Is this thing live?
Yeah, don't touch it. That's my personal property. You can read that, though.
Well, you read it. That's fine, Stuart.
Yeah.
Is there
Audio with that too?
Can I have that? I was trying to show you something on there.
Is there audio with that as well?
Yes, there's audio with that as well.
Because I'm not okay
So
being
this is-
filmed with audio. It's
You know what?
actually illegal to do
You know
that
what?
and post it
Everything
online.
is naked and openly exposed
That's
before
fine, but
Jehovah.
that's illegal to
And
do
unless you guys
You know
can
that's
show
illegal,
me, hold on a
right?
second. Oh, why don't you guys let me finish?
Well,
I've noticed
you never let
I've
anyone
noticed
else
this
finish either,
I've noticed this
sir.
about cult members. You don't let people finish like what they're trying to say. So I was talking about Hebrews 4 and verse 13.
It's nice to
Do you remember what
quoting
do you
scriptures,
remember
but
what Hebrews 4 and verse 13 says?
I,
It says everything is naked
we'll see you Monday. How's that?
and openly exposed
And you can
before
say all these
Jehovah.
things Monday. You can say all
Okay?
Monday.
And unless you
You're
can
welcome
show
to
me
it.
a scripture
This is the place or time.
that proves to me that it actually displeases Jehovah for his true servants to be filmed, for people
Come
to
talk to
see?
us Monday about that. Perfect. We're
Why?
at an
What do
appointment.
you mean? What do you mean
You
Monday?
got an appointment. You already read the letter.
So you
Come
guys
Monday.
can get ready and ambush me in
No.
3-on-1. I've noticed
No.
that like the reason I'm doing this is because people are recording judicial committees, judicial hearings, and what's amazing is it's going to look just like this: 1, 2, 3 elders with me by myself. And if I was like a 15-year-old girl that got molested by one of Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe the
Okay,
person
so
that I was making the
We're
accusation
going to have to ask you to leave now.
against.
This is a meeting here.
So
You're
no, but
disrupting the
I'm
meeting,
saying,
so
I'm
please.
saying, actually, the meeting hasn't
Monday.
started yet. The meeting
It's
hasn't
okay.
started
That's why we're
yet.
telling you to leave before the meeting starts.
So
Come on.
Side invitation.
you want me to meet with 3 of you guys,
Yeah.
Yeah. This is-
3-on-1,
Yep.
in the back room,
Yeah.
so you can play
Or we
good
can do it in the
cop,
front room.
bad cop, and persecuted
Well,
cop.
that's your perception.
Well, unfortunately, there are
That's your
videos.
perception.
There are videos
I
on
haven't seen the
YouTube.
video.
You're going to make your
Well,
own.
then you're
so-
welcome to go do that.
Please. We'll see
Please,
you Monday.
please go to
Yeah,
YouTube.
Please.
Type secretly recorded judicial committees.
Sure, okay.
And see for yourself. Have you?
With your YouTube channel.
Are you familiar with secretly recorded judicial committees that prove what I'm talking about?
Stuart, can you please come Monday?
How many?
We're
How
gonna start a
many?
meeting here.
How many judicial?
We're
Actually,
going to
there's
start a
still
meeting here.
4
and we have
minutes
to do
left.
things to get ready for the
Don't
meeting.
touch me.
We're asking you to leave now.
Okay, but that's your leave now.
Yeah.
So
Have
please
you?
do it.
How many judicial committees have
Please
you
do.
sat in on?
Let's just get ready and get it.
Like, tell me what to expect.
Are you going to call?
Yeah.
Call them up.
Well,
And actually, you know what? I have a new file number for when Brian Alston physically assaulted me. Have you heard that story?
I think I've heard that story.
Would you like to know where you can find the video to see
I
for
actually don't
yourself?
want to talk to you.
Yeah, you don't want to talk
No,
to
not
me?
really.
That's awesome.
I know, right?
Well, I want to talk to you.
Oh, well, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. You're not interested in sharing the good news of God's kingdom with me and
To you?
drawing me to
No,
Jehovah?
No, we don't.
No?
We don't.
Okay. Well, fortunately, these meetings are open to the public, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Actually been revoked to you. Your invitation has been revoked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you should call the police and tell them that I'm being disruptive.
So we are calling. the
Good.
police. Yeah.
Let them come on over.
They will.
They'll tell me to leave, not you.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. However-
They're going to
however
tell me
you
to
want.
leave.
However-
You're not going to
however
tell me
you
to
like
leave,
it.
brother.
Well, I can tell you to leave. You're not going to listen.
Oh, why don't you make me leave?
I'm not going to make you leave, but I can tell you to leave. Please
Oh, yeah?
leave.
That sounds like a request. Are you telling me or asking me?
Stuart, is your phone number still 6?
Me to leave.
I'll tell you to leave.
Interesting.
Leave. Yeah.
Wow.
just wanna just double
This
check.
is what I'm noticing about, like, power drunk, passive aggressive
Man,
control
you
freaks.
got it.
That
You're
you,
so bright.
That you tell people what to do.
With the meeting?
Wow. Yeah. Oh, he's asking you to sit down because he knows you shouldn't be telling me what to do.
I don't think that's double check. Your phone number.
Whew.
676.
Have you seen this letter?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny about this letter? That there was no time given.
He made a mistake.
And you did make a mistake. You guys make a lot of mistakes. It is a good thing I came. So 7:30.
So, yeah.
And if you think I'm going to come let you guys ambush me 3-on-1 in the back room, you're out of your
Are
mind.
you okay with your address and phone number on YouTube so everyone knows where you live?
Oh, you know what? I can cut that part out.
you?
Actually, Norbert Schmerl accidentally. I
Okay.
recorded him giving his phone and address to the
Okay.
police, and YouTube took it down. So I
your
will.
phone
I'll
number
edit that
is
part out.
676.
Remember?
Yes, then you
So-
don't have anything to put on YouTube.
So then
Keep
I'll
cutting
just
it off.
I'll just cut this part out.
Phone number? Yeah, the 4 times. So we'll just keep
Like
saying
you
it.
think you've made it possible for me to not upload this video?
Your phone number
Oh,
is
you
6.
so cute. Look at you thinking you've sabotaged what I'm doing. You think you've just had success?
That was pretty good. I didn't-
You're going to be on the thumbnail. You're going to be on the thumbnail of the video now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I've always wanted to be famous.
Good, because you're going to be. Woo! Oh. Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was a mistake, both of them.
And Brian Olsen and Louis Kutzer was physically assaulting were mistakes too.
I don't want to cut you.
Wow. Yeah, here I'll show you. You know what? Here, while I'm on the subject, these are snapshots from videos of violations. There's 4 ones I could proceed with legal hearings. The rest are kind of vague, but physical assault, grabbing personal property, violating my privacy, and physical assault. Like these are the locations. If you know these brothers and sisters, you can ask them about it.
You can find them.
So that's for you.
You're walking around.
That's for you.
Ah, it's okay.
That's for you.
I don't want it.
You don't want it? You don't want to investigate these claims?
Your claims?
These
No.
claims.
No. I don't think you're well.
You don't think I'm well. I don't think you're well.
Possible.
A lot of people don't think you're well. You're quite unwell, and we keep proving it.
Okay.
You don't want to take this and investigate? You just want to call me unwell?
What's that? No, I don't.
Oh, shh. Oh, it's so sad, isn't it? Oh.
Meeting, brothers, sisters. We'll start off. So I can get my iPad to recognize who I am, because ever since I put my thumb, it won't recognize my thumbprint anymore. So, if you can, we'll ask you to stand. We'll sing song number 130 entitled Be Forgiven.
Lovingly Jehovah made provision through His Son for our sins to be forgiven and our suffering to be undone. If we truly are repentant, His forgiveness we can claim on the basis of Christ's ransom, asking pardon in His name. We receive such mercy when we act like God above and forgive each other freely, showing empathy and love, putting up with one another, putting hurtfulness away, showing giving honor to our brother, showing love surpassing way. Mercy is a virtue that we all should cultivate. It will keep us from resentment, from the bitterness of hate. When we imitate Jehovah, who is unsurpassed in love, we will truly be forgiving. We will be like God above.
Heavenly Father, Jehovah, we are happy to approach you. We're grateful that we have the opportunity to come together with our brothers and sisters in an atmosphere of peace and order, to continue to learn more about you, to come to a better appreciation of your fine qualities and of your purpose, so that not only can we help others come into a relationship with you, but so that we can strengthen our own faith and our own integrity towards your loyalty, so that we can imitate you in all of your ways, Jehovah, as we just sang, that we put away resentment and hate, but we demonstrate the love and kindness that exemplify you and that actually personify you. So we are grateful. We ask, Jehovah, that your Spirit be upon this meeting, and that you will bless those who are unable to be present because of their imperfection or because of the circumstances that they have to contend with. We pray all of this then, and we ask it through the name of your Son, Christ Jesus. Amen.
So what are the benefits of maintaining a positive attitude? The Bible provides one answer at Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 22. Tim, will you please read that for us?
Sure. It says, "A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit saps one's strength."
Thanks. So based on that verse, what's one benefit of maintaining a positive attitude or joy in our life?
It says it's good medicine.
That's right. A positive attitude is good for our health. Did you know that the Bible is so practical?
I know it's valuable, but you show me things in it that I've never seen before.
Okay. Short, sweet. Did you notice what the grammatical form of sentence was in the introduction? Anybody? What was the sentence form in the introduction? Probably the question's harder than the answer. Okay. Statement or question? What was it? Sister Sutherland.
A joyful heart is good medicine.
Ooh. You had the wrong hand, I think. Okay, brother. I had your wife's name, but I lost yours.
Philip, it was a question. What are the benefits of maintaining a positive attitude?
Exactly, thank you. So, after they read the scripture, what was the form of sentence then? Again, Sister Studetsky.
You asked another question to help get the answer from the scripture.
Thank you. Recalling to mind the previous discussions, what was the question he asked next? Sister Lampkin?
I think it was, did you know that the
Bible is so practical, and he replied that he had never seen these things before.
Yes, exactly. So from the initial call to this third time speaking to this individual, did you notice any change in his attitude? But you've got to remember the first two calls. Okay, Sister Poirier.
Sounded like he appreciated what he had learned. He said it's been very practical what you've shown me.
So what does that tell us we should do? What was it that he appreciated? Sister Stetson?
I believe the man went to church or something in the beginning. He had said, I've already... So it kind of was a roadblock, but the brother just kept sharing Bible truths with him, and the man was enjoying it.
Yes, exactly. Brother Panagiotis?
And as this is a return visit, and we need to put thought in it before we go, we need to keep in mind our householder to bring out to them practical points from the value that could benefit them specifically.
Correct. So let the Bible speak. Right? We see the results, just what it can do to someone who may not have even appreciated the value of the Bible historically. So 2 takeaways. Number 1, ask questions to help the householder reach their own conclusion. Number 2, always respond with scriptural support.
Well, the police have arrived halfway through the meeting. Now we're going to proceed. I don't know what they told them. What did you tell them? Did you make the call? Did you make the call? Who made the call?
Can I speak to you?
Well, I'd like to know who called.
Are you going to be a little bit civil with us? We're just trying to have a conversation.
Civil? You just yanked me out of there and were physical with me.
Well, sir, people here...
You want me to be civil with you now? Sure, okay.
People here are afraid of you. They feel threatened by you.
Well, that's not really my call. You see, I'll show you. You know what? I'll explain something to you about what Jehovah's Witnesses are capable of.
No, I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm here to tell you...
Well, unfortunately...
Stuart, you need to start listening, please.
Well, are you going to listen to me when I'm done listening to you?
I'm talking right. I will. I'll absolutely listen.
Cool. Well, then let's do that.
So hear me out. People here are threatened by you being here.
They are. I know they are.
Like when you're laughing at that, is that funny?
It is funny.
Well, I feel bad for you that you think that's funny.
That they feel threatened?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So people don't want you here.
Right.
It's not about anything about your beliefs. It's the fact your mere presence threaten them.
Okay.
Okay. This has
How you
happened
doing?
Before. Excuse me. I'm talking to you, please. This has happened before.
What has happened before?
It happened about 4 times last month, did it not?
What happened?
The same sort of thing. The harassment. Like you're entitled.
Tell me about what you think has happened 4 times.
Well, I've read 4 reports. This has happened previously, right?
What has happened previously?
You've approached people of this congregation.
Not of this congregation. Of Jehovah's Witnesses in Vancouver.
In a negative manner, right?
What do you mean negative manner?
Well, unwelcomed.
What do you consider unwelcomed?
Meaning they don't want you here.
Why not?
Because they're afraid of you, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know why
that's
they're
good to hear. He doesn't know.
Something has happened.
He doesn't know why you're afraid of me.
Listen, Stuart. I don't need to know.
Okay.
All that needs to happen is a report needs to be pulled in.
Okay.
We come and talk to you.
Right.
So here's the thing. You're allowed to believe and not believe whatever you want. Okay? You can do that outside here. You can't do that in there, okay?
Why not?
Well, like I just told you, people don't want you around because they're afraid of you. They don't know how you're going to react and what you're going to do.
Well, what have I done? What have I done? Can you tell me what I've done?
Today you've come in here and you've been disruptive already, right?
How have I been disruptive?
That's the report that I got. Okay, so you can stop asking.
This is where you and I differ because they told you.
Yes, we're very different.
That I'm disruptive.
Yeah.
But you won't tell me what you're classifying as disruptive.
Well, you've come in here and disrupted their night.
I've been sitting here quietly for 45 minutes, taking in the meeting.
That's not the report that I got, though. Okay, and I'm not.
Well, that's what's happened since you've arrived.
So I'm not here to judge you about it. All I'm telling you is it's got to stop.
Do you guys know who Miles Teitelbaum is?
Yes.
Okay. He and I had a really good conversation.
Good. Yeah, Miles was a good guy.
And he was prepared to really hear me out.
Yeah.
And I could sense that he was a good guy. And yes, I am talking to. Look, it's different now.
Of course, there's a lot of people here.
They rotate. This is the game they get to play. Okay, so I'm talking to Jehovah's Witnesses at carts and at Kingdom Halls, and I talked to Miles about, it's a long story, and like I really put it perfectly with him. I'm not going to get into it now because I might not put it perfectly, but I explained what ex-Jehovah's Witnesses are doing when we try to talk to current Jehovah's Witnesses, and I really explained it well. And he heard me out.
Perfect.
And he goes,
maybe you can reach out to Miles and speak to him again.
I will.
Yeah, that's
a
good idea.
And then he said, you know what he said? He said, well, you know what, Stuart? I wouldn't even call what you're doing a disturbance. I wouldn't call it threatening behavior.
But
I would call.
Hold on
a second.
Stuart, right?
Well, he decided. I'm telling you what Miles decided. Miles said to me, okay, you know what, Stuart?
He doesn't go inside. Yeah.
Oh, I want them to hear this.
No, I don't.
Oh, but this is so
You're
good for
not
them.
here to entertain them. I'm here to tell you you're not allowed to. You know what I mean?
So after like explaining what I'm doing and really laying out for him, it was like a long story. It took me 10 minutes to explain. And when I finished, he said, you know what, Stuart? Okay, fine. You're not really disturbing the peace. You're not threatening them. I would call what's happening here a discrepancy between two parties.
Okay.
And when he said that, that was such an education for me. Because they want to invite people to come learn about the true and only God, Jehovah. And when people who've accepted that invitation and have made progress become an unbaptized publisher, and then a baptized publisher, and then a regular pioneer or an elder or a ministerial servant, it goes on and on. Like the hierarchy in this organization is pretty high. When people who've accepted that invitation have invested 10, 20, 30 years in responding to the carrots that Watchtower dangles in front of you, when they learn about things that have been kept from them and lies they've been told, and how organizational policy is making it possible for pedophiles to go unreported to you guys because of internal protocol, and we want to try engaging Jehovah's Witnesses who don't have the first clue about that, about how they're complicit in this kind of thing, they don't want to hear it. See, and then like just by my mentioning that, that starts to make them fearful.
Probably, yeah.
So people like me
you know
are kind of forced to figure out how to talk to them without,
Stuart, here's the thing, right?
While dealing with them being panic junkies. You're only here because they're panic junkies. You're not here because they're scared.
Listen for a second.
50 people are afraid of me.
You're very listen, okay?
Yeah.
You're obviously very passionate about what you believe
Yeah,
in, right?
yeah, trying to be.
And you know what? And there's nothing wrong with it. Like,
And they're passionate about what they believe too.
Absolutely, that's a great thing. Our issue isn't religion, it isn't beliefs, it isn't anything like that.
Okay.
We're here for merely, if these people feel uncomfortable with having you here, and they feel something bad is going to happen collectively, we're here to come and ask you to leave. That's it.
If they feel bad, and they took the letter that they sent me. I can't believe it. Okay.
Yeah, you got a meeting or something on Monday?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And they kept the letter.
They told me that.
Okay, I was going to show you the letter. The letter didn't say a time. It said just come for this. They call it a judicial hearing, where it's going to be 3 elders. I'm not allowed to have anyone with me. I'm not allowed to have a lawyer with me. I'm not allowed to have that meeting at a Tim Hortons or somewhere else. It has to happen. Everyone in my shoes, when we have that judicial hearing, they call it a judicial hearing, it has to happen in the back of a kingdom hall where 3 elders meet with one person like me. Okay. And in the case of a child being molested, if that 14 or 15-year-old girl summons the courage to talk to a congregation elder about, brother, I think my daddy is touching me wrong, then the 3 elders plus the father are going to be in the room talking to that child, talking about, we're a little disturbed that you're making this accusation about your father. Tell me what he did. A 14 or 15-year-old girl dealing with 4 men talking about that. That's the arrangement that they invited me to participate in to get to the bottom of what I'm doing. And they forgot to include the time. So I was just coming to find out what time they want me to come.
So here's the thing: like, if there's ever anything that's going on that you feel like you need our help, why don't you call us? Like,
because that's what they want. They want they want you to sort of just tell us to stay away, so that they don't have to hear this information, so that they can just carry on believing what they want to believe, telling the stories that they want to one another.
And I don't know what to tell you about the belief things, man. Like,
I don't know either. That's why I was talking about Miles. Like, Miles really heard me out. And Supervisor Manning, 223, he came to talk to me at a SkyTrain station a while ago. and a Murphy
Well, listen,
and a cop that looks like Ethan Hawke. Like, I've had a few conversations with
so
cops.
listen, sir. I would reach out to Miles if you feel comfortable speaking to him about it. Absolutely do so.
Can I? Where would I reach him? Can I get a phone number?
No, just a transit. Please just ask for Constable Teitelbaum.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that.
No, absolutely.
No, that's
and
good.
I encourage you. I think it's 515.
Because every time I deal with a new cop, you just see a file that says I'm harassing,
listen.
and it's like not harassment.
515-8300 is the phone number.
Nice one. Can you, can you write that down for me? 515-8300.
Right there.
That's true. That's true. I forget about doing that. I'm recording you too, yeah, so don't worry. Yeah.
604-515-8300.
Perfect.
You can ask for him and you can speak to him, okay?
Okay.
But here's the thing, just for these guys, we don't want to come back.
Right.
I totally appreciate your passion for what you believe in.
What did they tell you that got you to come here?
That they feel afraid, and that numerous people will express that they're afraid that you're here, and that you've done this numerous times before. And we're not here to judge you, man. Absolutely not. But what we do want to prevent is anything.
Well, you're kind of jumping in and judging me and pulling me out of a meeting.
No, not at all.
Oh,
not at all.
That wasn't cool. Well, you kind of got physical with me in there. You didn't let me finish taking in the meeting.
Well, they didn't want you here. Like, I don't know how else to explain that.
Well, the thing is that these meetings are open to members of the public unless they're being disruptive. Them just saying I'm being disruptive without proving it is an issue. Is an issue for me.
Well, that might be an issue for you, but it isn't for them, right?
Why isn't it an issue for you?
Well, because
to confirm.
Collectively people.
So if 50 people say, yeah, we're scared, then that gets you guys here?
No, not 50. It only has to be 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah. So like if I picked up my cell phone while I was in here talking about, I'm trying to attend a meeting of Jehovah's Witnesses, and they've started making some motions towards me and getting physical with me and ganging up on me. Would you mind coming and telling them to leave me alone, please?
Yeah, we would.
You would?
Yeah. We would.
That is a stressful job you guys got, babysitting the public like that.
However, that being said...
Oh, wow. I'll do that then. So for future reference, when I come to a meeting and 4 or 5 elders start ganging in on me, I'll call you guys first.
And then we'll ask...
I guess that's what I have to do.
Yeah, you might have
And then I'll talk to you, then I'll say, oh yeah, like I just said, what I'll say, yeah. So, see, they initiate this game.
I've listened to you, man.
We're
done here.
It's a little childish, but they initiate the childishness, so... So just so we're clear, they've invited me to come to a judicial hearing on Monday.
See you.
All right? All right.
You can't hang out there, sir. If you want to hang out over here, it's fine. Not inside. You have a phone? Maybe call up to see if you can reach out to Miles.
I'm going to call Miles, yeah.
Tell him Kevin says hello.
You know what? Take this while I think of it. These are snapshots from videos I've captured of them.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't
violating my rights. Like, these are real reasons to call you guys. Why don't you want to listen to me? You just want to listen to them. That's interesting. Are you following me?
No, I'm going to coffee. Sorry.